Hello and welcome to another cast. Starting off, we have bbboscasts playing as the Hive Tyrant. I'm not actually sure on what his name actually is, but I just see bbboscasts is here, so that's what I'm going to refer to him as. Second off, we have ShowMeMagik playing as the Warboss in mid on a blue team, and for the rest of the blue team, we have Suckobert playing as the Apothecary. Onto the red team, we have Bernardinho playing as the Lord Commissar. Here on the contested VP side, we have MaximusThong playing as the Force Commander in the center, and we have WinterspideR here on the contested power side of the map. And starting off, Warboss already chasing away some scouts over here with that shooter of his. No upgrades, of course, on that shooter, since the game has only just started. Trying to chase down his scouts, is alone here though, up against the entire army of the Space Marine. He is really wanting one of these scout models, and so far he hasn't got one. Scouts are low enough. Okay, they will actually lose a model here. The Warboss though is extremely low, only 100 health, and he needs to get away here from Tax and the Force Commander chasing. Tax going to be forcing melee here. Warboss down to 10 HP, 0 HP, he will go down. Sluggers coming in here, trying to tie up these tactical marines. We're not actually quick enough to protect that Warboss of theirs. But Sluggers actually taking a lot of damage here, could also go down themselves if they're not careful. Tactical marines forcing melee on them as well, doing a good job. And we'll actually wipe Sluggers quite a lot of losses here, straight away here for ShowMeMagik. Tactical marines now trying to force melee down onto these shooter boys as well. Force Commander already level 2 from that first engagement. Will play a big role here. Force Commander's actually going to go ahead here. Past that initial shooter boy squad, we'll take another model there. And he could actually get another model on these shooters if he actually was to force melee on them. So onto the left hand side, a turret going down, or already having gone down here for Bernardinho. Some Hormagaunts getting 4 stuff here, and another set of Hormagaunts on the field, but still on 5 out of 8 models. Lord Commissar with the refractor shield actually capping the VP, also buying the power sword upgrade as well against Tyranids. Yeah, a nice counter to the warriors that have just come out of base here for bbboscasts. Sentinel is going to force off the second squad of Hormagaunts here, and Hive Tyrant is making his way to that contested VP side along with the warriors. And we'd already see use your choppers activated on these sluggers with their burners. These sluggers are a replacement for the initial sluggers that were lost. Force Commander will not be able to fight some sluggers with that buff activated on them, and with the burner upgrade you do actually have 2 models with power melee doing extra damage to commander armor and also heavy infantry like these tactical marines. Could lose a tactical marine here. Warboss also, it looks like he was resurrected here by the Apo, given that he is this far out of the field and is already on a slightly low amount of health, not full health. Apo gain a very quick storm bolter here as well, giving him some ranged damage instead of having to go into melee with the chainsword. He is also very good at sniping commanders with the full auto ability. Apo could actually go down here. He is very low, will go down. Chasing Hormagaunts and Termagants are going to be too much. Tactical marines still in the fight, could force melee though onto these Termagants. Warboss can also go in for a res, and sluggers coming in from behind as well from ShowMeMagik. And do see these tactical marines running away. Maybe thought that it was some enemy sluggers coming in instead of friendly sluggers, since they did come in from the enemy's side. And we already have some power bashing going on here with some warriors and the Hive Tyrant. Now these warriors will probably switch onto these ASM now along with the Hive Tyrant, but the Force Commander and ASM I feel could win this fight, especially with tactical marines coming in here with their cracking rounds doing extra damage to these warriors. Since they are heavy infantry warriors, actually lose 2 models in a row there. Hive Tyrant able to remain in the fight. He is extremely tanky with 1080 starting health, getting the basic, or the extended carapace upgrade, sorry, giving him an extra 200 health and also a charge ability. Do you see him using the charge now? Actually gets stuck on some terrain here. Double Hormagaunts though, fighting these guardsmen. These guardsmen really cannot stand up against double Hormagaunts. They are not upgraded though, but we could see the adrenal glands upgrade coming in later. This Sentinel does have stomp, could actually protect itself if he has it available. Hormagaunts are not interested anyway in actually trying to kill it. But even if they were, the stomp should have been enough to save that Sentinel, even though it was only on 90 HP. Hormagaunts remaining in the fight with the Warboss. Double shoots is backing away from these ASM. ASM jumping onto the Hormagaunts. Tactical marines retreating away. These Hormagaunts need to be very careful. In fact, they could actually go down to the ASM. A nice special there from the Warboss will actually protect them. Could have also been the stomp ability. It doesn't actually look like it was stomp ability, obviously it would have less energy. So it was just a very fortunate special there from the Warboss, who also does have the spiky armor, giving him a lot of health regen and extra health, and also any melee attack against him will cause melee damage to the unit that attacked it, and any other surrounding melee unit as well. So it looks like red team are going to go in for a push on this power. Flamers are in the process of getting built here for MaximusThong, but I'm not sure if it's going to be in time. Sluggers are already poking their heads around in the corner here. Look like they might be ready to jump on just in case, but we do have some warriors with Barb Strangler and some more Homogons coming in into the area. Should be able to force away these tactical marines, but doesn't look like they will be able to get even a single generator. Barb Strangler fires onto the Lord Commissar. Probably should have fired on tactical marines just to suppress them, since suppression doesn't really affect melee DPS. But Lord Commissar now trying to run away, having to run away through some sluggers. Will be able to get away though. Was full health anyway. In mid here, some ASMs for the Apo Suckobert. ASM is going very well. The Apo, don't know if the Apo has his heal available. He does have enough energy for a heal, but he has not used his heal yet. Could be saving it though. Does use it now though. Might have been on cooldown earlier and just used it there just to make sure his ASMs remain at full health and don't lose any models. 381 VPs to 500. Blue team falling slightly behind here. And we do see that red team are all the first ones to be taken up to tier 2, with only Suckobert, the Apo, being the only one for blue team to currently tech up to tier 2. Doing a good job of bleeding some Homogons here. In fact, these Homogons could actually go down. They've got a very poor retreat path here. ASM's in retreat and along with tactical marines as well. Homogons actually change their retreat path upon that one model kill and do take a safer way out. ASMs could have potentially jumped though to try and finish him off. They were full energy, but he looks like he was saving it for the next engagement. These warriors with the Barb Strangler do take a lot of damage here. One model already went down. To have a second set of warriors here with the Barb Strangler who are on full health. Very curious to see double warriors with Barb Stranglers. Synapse bombs will be quite nuts later on with double warriors, especially if the guardsmen later on get their plasma guns, since warriors are heavy infantry and warriors only have 900 health with the Barb Strangler, or actually 990, sorry. ASM's taking a lot of damage. Warriors still retain some of their melee strengths when they do have that Barb Strangler upgrade. It's just one of the models does have that Barb Strangler. ASM gain away, tactical marines are also going to get away. In fact, actually sergeants on both attacks and the ASM there for Suckobert. These Homogons though very low, will go down, will get wiped. That Barb Strangler though with its AoE damage is going to be too much, and it looks like ShowMeMagik, or ShowMeMagik, sorry, over here has actually bashed the entire generator farm here, and it looks like he's actually forced the IG player Bernardinho back into base. He's even decapped this power as well, but he's not actually capped the VP, but decapping the power this early on in the game and killing all 3 generators is going to hurt Red's power economy. Do see some Standguard Varans coming in here though for MaximusThong. Meanwhile, Suckobert is also upgrading his Standguards in fact as well. His tactical marines are level 2, but it looks like he's just going to upgrade them. Normally you see people get a drop pod down and call in a sergeant and then call in Standguards on the fresh squad. Since the Standguards don't get to keep their XP that the tactical marines did have, so they go back to level 1. Do see a large army here from WinterspideR as Zoanthrope coming in as well, able to snare some vehicles, able to knock over a single unit as well with the focused Warp Blast. Could be useful against this Librarian if it tries to get into combat. Use the focused Warp Blast on him to knock him down onto the ground and try and snipe him. Smite goes down, did a lot of damage to these warriors, does actually do plasma damage, so it's more effective against heavy infantry in comparison to infantry. But these warriors will bleed another model before gain away. On 60 HP Librarian, I doubt will be able to catch up to it. He is not using his own sprint ability. The Zone could be in a bit of trouble here, but that Commissar with the power sword and the range damage coming in is just going to be too much here. The Apo going in a bit aggressively here. Standguards switching to their damage over time rounds, extremely effective against infantry. Doing a lot of damage over time and also doing piercing damage as well. Standguards able to switch between 4 types of ammo. Kraken rounds also very good against commanders. The Lord Commissar went down before the Kraken round change actually took effect, and do see him going back to the Hellfire rounds, I believe they're called, which are the damage over time. You can see like the little cloud above these Homogons to indicate that these are damage over time rounds. Meanwhile, we do have some orky business going down over here. The Warboss coming in with a Power Claw now, going to be doing a lot of damage, and can even do damage against vehicles. 95 heavy melee DPS. Perhaps one of the strongest weapons in the game. Doesn't give you an upgrade, but in terms of straight up damage is very strong indeed. and some sluggers trying to chase away these tactical marines on retreat. Level 2, lose one model, but they are overall fine. You see some plasma guns on these guardsmen, which is a good choice against the double warriors of the Hive Tyrant. Triple box over here. Plasma guns doing extra damage against heavy infantry, should be able to pop warriors quicker and get some of those synapse bombs off as well. And do you see MaximusThong back in the way that Force Commander level 4 now. And do you see the Tyranid army of WinterspideR. Double zone is going to be very annoying to deal with. He's coming out to help out Bernardinho, who is actually currently getting double that. Heavy weapons team could go down. Sluggers and Warboss on retreat. Gene Stealers coming in as well. No adrenal glands upgrades yet, still sticking with the double Barb Strangler. Barb Strangler fires twice, only hitting the warriors though, and only suppressing them. Gene Stealers having to back away here. Double zones doing a lot of damage. You do see one warrior going down here for WinterspideR. Do you see the Synapse Bomb going off, and do you see another warrior going down here, but this time for a triple box. Warboss is going to come in here with the spiky armor. Double Stormtroopers now for Bernardinho. A lot of range DPS here for him as well. No assault kits or Melsa kits yet, but we could actually see some storm kits, assault kits come in later if there is no vehicles on the field. Venom cannon as well for the Hive Tyrant, along with the bioplasma weapon upgrade, or rather accessory rather, making the Hive Tyrant a ranged beast, doing armor piercing damage, very effective against vehicles. Surprised he actually went for that, given that IG, or given that red team in fact don't actually have any vehicle on the map whatsoever. We do actually see a Shooter Boy squad, which was fully upgraded, going down here. And we do see the Warp Vomit from the Weird Boy, along with the Zap ability. His Zap ability doing more damage when you actually kill a unit that's affected by the Zap, since it does spread. Have a Whirlwind coming in here for a Suckobert, going to be very effective. Will he end up in a Space Marine mirror at this point, since Tyranids has gone to the left with the IG player, leaving both Space Marine players on the right hand side. And do you see trying to chase down this Whirlwind. Also, if you notice the mini cut in this video, I accidentally I got called by someone and had to take that. So sorry for the mini cut, but resuming on with the game, well, we're actually going to interrupt these tactical marines with the flamers. We do have the Kraken bolts activated on these Standguard Varans from both Standguard Varans. In fact, from MaximusThong and Suckobert, ASM's going to be forcing away the Standguard Varans though from MaximusThong. Force Commander though with the Sacred Stand fighting some ASMs here. He is nearly full health and should be able to win this fight against the ASM. Battle Cry does not look like it's activated, but that Sacred Stand doing a lot of damage. Actually not able to take down a ASM model. Did think that he would be able to do that, but ASMs do need to back away as they are actually getting quite low here. And the APO does actually go down as well to the Tyranid army. Tyrant army looking very scary. Ravaner Alpha, no damage synapse upgrade yet, but could see that later on. But the double zones giving so much health regen to this blob. That's going to be very difficult to actually bleed models from, and double zones are very annoying to actually deal with. This Weird Boy does need to be careful. You do actually see some shooters coming in from the side, getting the one zone trope low. The zone only turning on its psychic shield now, and the double zone is doing a lot of damage here against these sluggers and shooters, which are grouped up. In fact, these shooters could actually go down if they're not careful. Weird Boy trying to go in a bit more aggressively with Warboss also trying to get in there. Actually could have got that zone, but it didn't look like he was going to. Looked like he was on move command rather than attack command. Some stick bombs getting thrown down here onto these Termagants. Will bleed a few models with Warboss. Keep going with, but Warboss could also pick away some models of these Termagants here with that power claw. Can pretty much one-shot Termagant models with the amount of damage that claw does. Double plasma guardsmen and stormtroopers here though, doing so much damage to these warriors. Going to have to leave the fight straight away, and the Lord Commissar of course with his power sword doing some power melee damage. Very effective against the heavy infantry of these warriors. Stick bombs are throwing some stun bombs here, going to land on any units near the VP. But I say that actually misses these assault space marines, who are upgrading to Vanguard veterans right now. Tier 3 for MaximusThong, tier 3 for everyone in fact, except for Bernardinho, who's going for a very heavy tier 2 with the double stormtroopers, the Chimera, and the upgrades on the guardsmen. And that Hive Tyrant taking a lot of damage, getting tied up there by the Lord Commissar. Lord Commissar will not be able to kill him, but warriors coming in with Gene Stealers. Gene Stealers have their Rending Claws upgrade, making them effective against vehicles. But do actually see a full retreat once again. This is a very large IG blob and needs some AoE to actually deal with the amount of guardsmen and stormtroopers, and also flanks are very effective against these kind of blobs as well. Weird Boy coming in, could see a warp vomit onto the double assault hit stormtroopers. That weapon doing some nice AoE damage. Bioplasma going down as well. Warp Vomit, the double Barb Strangler warriors. No zap though, but the Warp Vomit doing a lot of damage here. And Lord Commissar is also running away. Level 4 Lord Commissar. Meanwhile, we have a double push going down in mid against Suckobert, who also has Vanguard veterans of his own. MaximusThong and Suckobert going for very similar builds in the sense of stand guards and vanguards. Scouts going to go in for a decap here. Meanwhile, some shooter boys are going to get tied up in mid by the Force Command. Warboss is also coming in, but Vanguard veterans are here. Their power melee makes them very effective fighters against the Warboss. Jumping onto the Slugger boys though. Sluggers with their user choppers upgrade though should be doing a lot of damage. Weird Boy does actually get knocked over here. Vanguard veterans doing a lot of damage, but taking a lot of damage themselves. Trying to fight these sluggers. Sluggers will get a lot of specials with the Use Your Choppers ability getting used onto them, already losing one model here. 40 Emperor was used, but 40 Emperor is not going to be enough for them to actually win that fight. Vanguard veterans though for Suckobert jumping onto these Barb Strangler warriors. They are alone right now though, so they really are struggling here. Warriors able to tank enough damage here. Stand Guard veterans are also here as well. These warriors will lose one model, lose two models in fact. But there's still a lot of damage coming down here, and even the Stern Guards are having to back away before they lose any models. Warboss is here though, level 5, nearly level 6, pops a Termagon model with a single swing of that Power Claw, and VP needs to get capped here for blue team. Meanwhile, this IG blob, double Stormtroopers, double Guardsmen, so strong together. Warboss taking a lot of damage, can't even get in range of this blob, although he was half health before entering. Weird Boy also needs to be careful in case he gets sniped. Warp Vomit is going to go down though, will stun the entire army here. Stubbornness onto the Lord Commissar, he's going to be healing and doing so much extra damage from that. Up to 75% damage increase when surrounded by enough loyal troops, and I'm pretty sure he has got enough loyal troops surrounding him. And Gene Stealers will actually snipe the heavy weapons team here though for Bernardinho. Where are his Chimeras? Chimeras actually acting as a base rather than using it forward. But the base could be moved slightly further forward. In fact, the Guardsman here could die. Bioplasma very nicely landing on two squads there. One Guardsman squad will be able to get away with 50 HP. These warriors will be going down to the Vanguard veterans, and a Looter Tank is also here for ShowMeMagik. Hive Tyrant is getting a bit basses here, but the Looter Tank will now be the next target though. Vanguard veterans switching to their Vengeance rounds, getting some rear armor hits onto that Looter Tank. We do actually have the Ravaner Alpha as well with his Corrosive Devourer, which also does have an ability allowing it to do an extra 900% damage, or 250% damage getting mixed up with Vengeance rounds. Two vehicles. Gene Stealers could go down here. In fact, they look like they will go down there. Hive Tyrant does charge in and trying to save the Gene Stealers. Will actually save the Gene Stealers, and a Swarm Lord is here now that we do actually have a Carn effects with a Barb Strangler. The Hive Tyrant will go down, and Swarm Lord very effective against large groups of enemies. It does have an ability to actually drain life from all surrounding units, make it very difficult to kill. The more units we have near a Swarm Lord, the harder it is to kill, and that Looter Tank will get away though with 78 HP. Doing quite a lot of damage to these warriors on retreat as well. Terminators coming out for a Suckobert with the assault cannon upgrade, but they will struggle to actually fight this army alone. Teleporting in aggressively here. Not much they're teleporting in closer to the Apo and towards the army of Suckobert. They are teleporting closer towards the enemy base. Some infiltrator scouts, no upgrades on them, wouldn't have to worry other than them going around capping, but the warriors here will be going down. They do actually have to retreat through this army here of Suckobert, and do actually have the Ork army getting surrounded on two fronts, one from Suckobert and the other from ShowMeMagik. Vanguard veterans for MaximusThong. We're going to jump into the Vanguard veterans of Suckobert. Apo with the armor of the Apothecary here, just trying to heal his entire army. The Whirlwind also very aggressively here. The Carn effects is actually trying to force melee onto these Stern Guards. Does have a Barb Strangler, but is not actually able to use it as it's just getting tied up in melee. Just uses it onto the Terminators there, but it doesn't actually suppress Terminators since they are immune. They should go down to the Power Claw. Warboss with the Power Claw doing a lot of damage, given that it does not actually have any melee resistance, and this IG army, imagine, will get forced away here. Gene Stealers coming in, the Stern Guards here, they shall know no fear, is getting used, but that does actually give them a 50% chance to special these Gene Stealers in melee. 40 Emperor is even used, or what looked like it was used I'm actually thinking it was the boss pole, not for the Emperor. Had the orange circle and thought it was for the Emperor, but it was not. Chimera looks like it's actually packing up now and maybe wants to be used a bit more aggressively on the field, or maybe wants to push up and set up a beacon further forward. Land Raider Redeemer getting built here for MaximusThong, the first, actually second super unit here. I'm looking right at the Swarm Lord. But now will actually give Red Team a nice boost in pushing power, since you can retreat to the Land Raider Redeemer, reinforce, heal, making it a very strong supporting super unit. Swarm Lord coming in here by himself, doesn't actually have to worry about any AV here from Bernardinho. The only source of AV is extremely soft in terms of plasma damage and power melee. These warriors though do need to back away, taking a lot of damage, only getting away of 200 HP for the Emperor. Not getting used, and they should know no fear getting used, sorry, on both these tactical marine squads. Apo with the armor and the Apothecary trying to heal up his army as much as he can, but he is fighting two right now, so he does need to be careful. Vanguard Veterans though doing a lot of damage, and Vanguard Veterans jumping on the tactical marines here instead of actually fighting these Vanguard Veterans, which were here. Vanguard Veterans as well for MaximusThong coming in with a power fist. Terminators also fighting the Force Commander here, but in a losing battle does have that Thunder Hammer doing a lot of power melee damage with the Sacred Standard as well. But we do have a Looter Tank and the Ork army coming in from the side. Going to be forcing a retreat here for MaximusThong. But it does have his Land Raider Redeemer out. Warboss taking away a model there with that Power Claw. Level 7, nearly level 8 in fact. Land Raider has been seen, has been spotted, and looks like ShowMeMagik will back away as the Tyrant army is also here. However, the Swarm Lord is still nearby, along with some Gene Stealers, and a Hive Tyrant could actually push together, although the IG army will also join them. This warrior squad needs to actually back away, and there it goes. Carnifex here for triple box, armed with a Barb Strangler. But Land Raider is going to be pushing up. They might actually go for the contested VP side. 188 to 217, Red Team slightly ahead in VPs, but still fairly balanced overall. Looter Tank coming in here, no armor upgrade yet, still doesn't actually have that armor upgrade. Do have a Tyrant formation and a Rocks going down at the same time. Tyrant formation will probably not be as effective as these Rocks. These Rocks are destroying everything around this Land Raider, and Orbital Bombardment getting called down, another Tyrant formation getting called down as well. Everything here is just getting ruined for Red Team right now as they are fighting triple nukes. You see a Ravaner going down. This zone could also go down. Zone will actually survive. The Orbital Bombardment doing a lot of damage here. The Tyrant formation buffing the army of Triple Box, also buffing the army of WinterspideR. A rocket run to follow this nuke up as well. It actually takes down almost the entire army of ShowMeMagik. He's left with a, in fact his Looter Tank has gone down. He is left with a Weird Boy, the Warboss, and a Looter squad somewhere. Swarm Lord is in the middle of this fight. Everyone's retreating back to this Land Raider Redeemer, getting repaired up by these scouts. Guardsmen could also be repairing as well, but I think the Guardsmen need to actually be fighting. Vanguard Veterans jump in, only to actually backing away. Swarm Lord not using the Drain Life ability. It looks like it might be on cooldown. Looks like actually he did start to use it, but he was taking far too much damage for it to actually be effective. Carnifex here for Triple Box backing away. Venom Cannon Carnifex here doing a lot of damage. Power Fist as well onto the Vanguard Veteran squad. Going to be doing a bit of damage here. So this Carnifex without any melee resistance whatsoever. Also the Power Melee should be doing some okay damage as well, but not as much as that Power Fist. You can see it taking chunks of health away from that Carnifex. 100 HP, 70, 60, 54 will go down to these Vanguard Veterans. For the Emperor, also getting used for an extra 25% damage boost. 188 to 146 hit for Red Team. Red Team now falling behind the VPs. They were ahead earlier on, but now falling slightly behind. Vanguard Veterans need to go back, reinforce that one model that they've already got purchased here. Gene Stealers coming in. This could be a bit of an awkward fight here. Force Command does have the Thunder Hammer and Battle Cry activated, so he could fight these Gene Stealers. Gene Stealers pretty focused down these Vanguard Veterans if possible. These warriors are going to be taking a lot of damage from the power and heavy melee of these Vanguards. Bioplasma goes down, but the Force Commander is not going to get knocked over while Battle Cry is activated. The Venom Brew coming out as well. You do see another Gene Stealer model going down from what looked like a Synapse Bomb from these warriors. Vanguards are actually backing away. Land Raider is also here, still needs some more repairs. Beanie Looters are going to be doing a lot of damage. Knobs coming in here, do have that Knob Leader. No huge hammers yet. Not sure if they've got their frenzy, their meaner and greener upgrade. This is taking a lot of damage. The BB looters do get tied up though by the Force Commander. The Warboss is also not going to be able to do enough damage. He's actually going to go down if he's not careful. He's taking so much damage, but he is level 8, does have a lot of health regen, but that is not going to be enough to save him. The Hive Tyrant also backing away in this push from red team will secure them the VP. However, they are losing their natural VP to Succobert's scouts though, and Suckobert is coming in from the side. Once again, we did see a play similar to this earlier where the Tyranid player WinterspideR did lose a few of his squads in a flank similar to this in this very position. The Assault Cannon Terminators doing a lot of damage to these Barb Strangled Warriors, armored Apothecary and going off. These Terminators are taking you a lot of damage. Venom Cannon Carnifex is really doing some work. We see the Vanguard Veterans and the Force Commander coming in, and looks like we have another Orks and Bombardment Warriors will get wiped here. Vanguard's going to jump onto Vanguards here. Terminators caught out by the Orks and Bombardment, and red team should be able to focus them down. Angels of Death, very nice use of that ability in a defensive position like this, where these Vanguard Veterans here will actually go down. In fact, they might be able to get away with 70 HP. Terminators though with the Assault Cannon are quite low, only on 900 HP, should be able to get behind a shot blocker. Orc army is going to be forced away. The Weird Boy is still here, Gene Stealer's coming in, Sternguard's still on the field, Librarian and the Apo still on the field. We have another Rocks going down. Do see them going to, should be able to wipe this zone actually. The zone is very lucky not to get hit by any more of these Rocks. In fact, the zone will go down. The Librarian also going down to these Vanguard Veterans. Weird Boy still in the field, Land Raider still pushing forward. Tyranid army should be able to kill that Force Commander who's retreating back to the Land Raider Redeemer. The Carnifex still on the field with his Venom Cannon, no AV, while the Vanguard Veterans tie up these Stern Guards. Kraken Bolts not going to be enough. They are on 3 models, should be able to lose a model on retreat here. The Weird Boy also running away. Weird Boy will go down here, out of control. You can see him there flying around. Vanguards do retreat back to the Land Raider Redeemer safely. Terminator still in the field but very low. Do see some guardsmen getting spread around. The Lord Commissar going to tie up these Terminators. Army of Apothecary is not going to be enough to keep these Terminators alive. There's so much anti-super heavy infantry in the form of these plasma guns. The Terminators are running away. The Whirlwind's trying to do as much work as it can. Terminators do teleport out of there. The Apo though will go down if he's not careful. 30 HP, everything seems to stop focusing him, and the Apo will actually live out of there. Land Raider Redeemer coming in, Nob's going to try and fight this already. Frag Assault, meaner and greener is going to use the Frenzy, meaning they are invulnerable for 10 seconds. Vanguard Veterans do need to be careful, but the Nobs do actually retreat away. Where unsupported, they do need to wait for blue team for everything to be ready for a joint effort here. Some more Nobs on the field as well for ShowMeMagik, his army consisting pretty much of Nobs and some bbboscasts and some AV. The Gene Stealers here, looks like they will be going down. Guardsmen will actually finish that off. We do have a Carnifex here. No upgrades on this Carnifex though. Barb Strangled Carnifex was lost for Triple Box earlier, and now this Carnifex, no upgrades on him, maybe tricking people into thinking it's a Fawnback Carnifex when it is currently just a Carnifex. Nob's trying to fight this Land Raider Redeemer. Meanwhile, you have these warriors taking a lot of damage from the Vanguard Veterans who back away. Double Carnifex going in here for a WinterspideR. That is his army right now. Looks like he's trying to force melee on these Nobs. This one Carnifex unupgraded is going to try and back away. Do you have the Venom Brood coming in? Venom Brood do back away. Barb Strangler Carnifex will actually take down the unupgraded Carnifex there of Triple Box. The Barb Strangler Carnifex actually does do plasma cannon damage, so it's actually effective against all targets and doing a lot of damage to these Nobs. Even with the boss part, wow, taking down 2 models there with a single projectile. Although bbboscasts could actually take down, they will take down that Venom Cannon Carnifex. These Nobs will barely get away there, less than 100 HP. The Warboss is also going to try and force down this Barb Strangler Carnifex, and bbboscasts should be able to finish it off. Warboss does stomp on the ground there. And we do actually have user choppers on these looters, which does not actually improve their damage. It's only melee damage that's improved. But the Carnifex will go down, and 2 Carnifexes down. It means WinterspideR is down to just his Ravaner Alpha and a lot of reds. We could see another transformation. Vanguard Veterans trying to chase down this Whirlwind. Do get 2 rear armor punches onto it. Jump once again. They should be able to get it. The punch is not going off. It will go off though, and the Whirlwind does go down for Suckobert. Vanguard Veterans retreating away on very low health. This Land Raider Redeemer has been so crucial to red team so far from MaximusThong. Stern Guards will actually get away there with well, 10 HP, level 4 Stern Guards as well, so losing them would have been pretty big, although losing the Stern Guards is also going to be pretty big as well, as the Force Commander and Lord Commissar do enough damage to finish them off. So much death on the field, the ground is almost unrecognizable after the 5 nukes or so that went off in this area. And players are also starting to get enough red for extra nukes. Reduce. I was trying to formation going off as I said that as well. Fist of Brockers, none shall fall though. Meaning none of the guardsmen will actually die unless the Lord Commissar himself dies. And we do actually have another Tyrant formation going down against the Tuna player as well. So many Capillary Towers. Venom Brood will go down. Warriors Duels needs to be careful as well. The Hive Tyrant actually gets knocked into the army here. The IG player will need to back away. Does actually charge out of there instead. Beanie Lua set up, although there's nothing for them to hit right now. The Lehman Russ is out of range. Hive Tyrant will go down next to, or near the Warboss in fact. The Land Raider Redeemer here trying to back away. Double Knobs trying to chase it. And in the next upcoming patch, one of the changes is that these side-mounted flamers will actually do courage damage, which will suppress units, so it will actually be harder, I'd imagine, for Knobs to do something like this in the upcoming patch. Terminators here fighting some tactical marines with the missile launcher do take down 2 models. None, they shall know no fear. It's getting used now, reducing the incoming range damage. These Terminators are going to get tied up by these Vanguard Varans and the Force Commander. Beanie Lua setting up, although there's nothing for them to actually hit right now, as that Land Raider Redeemer did go down. Double Knobs reinforcing back in the base with ShowMeMagik. A second Lehman Russ on the way for Bernardinho. And zones coming in for WinterspideR. He already has 1 zone. A second zone about to pop up now. Still support units, no actual staying power really. Gonna have to rely on his teammates for that staying power. Vanguard Varans though taking a lot of damage. Vanguard Varans level 4 here with a Power Fist, and Force Commander here is also taking a lot of damage. We'll need to be very careful here. It does see him back away. It's these Stand Guards as well for MaximusThong. Gonna have to back away. No Land Raider Redeemer though to retreat back to double Venom Brood. In fact, triple Venom Brood. And there's another Venom Brood back in base for triple box and also Warriors. Just a lot of Synapse creatures. 1 Venom Brood though getting caught out by an Orbson bombardment. Not sure how much damage they will take or if they will go down, but it looks like they will get away with 2 models. That nuke only taking down 1 model total. Would have perhaps been best to save it for an engagement. Looter's going to get away here with only 60 HP. Do you see that? Lord Commissar just buffing everything around him. Stubbornness and also the Carapace armor as well. Level 10, so he's extremely tanky with 1100 HP and 200 energy as well, which can be used as a refractor shield. And time to clean up some of these Capillary Towers on the left hand side. 60 VPs to 18. Red team could be making the comeback here with their 2-to-1 cap, although there's a big push coming in here for a blue team. Vanguard Varans here, triple zones for WinterspideR, very annoying combination to deal with. Looks like the Luit Tank is going to be the focus here. The Luit Tank is level 1, no armor upgrade, only 650 health. That Power Fist will be enough to take it down. Do have some spores coming down. It's going to be some Warriors as well. The Global from the Hive Tyrant. Looks like Beanie Luas will go down. The triple zones doing a lot of damage, giving a lot of health regen as well to each other. Not actually giving the health regen to teammates. Looks like Vanguard Varans will go down. These double Knobs and the Warboss together is just such a strong combination. And Warriors trying to cap. Warriors will go down though. 1 Knob Squad is retreating away. The other Knob Squad still in the fight. Warboss tosses something to the side. It was a Tyranid unit and he's going to go after some zones. 1 punch does that much damage. A second Land Raider Redeemer here though for a MaximusThong. That 1 zone will not go down. Does actually turn on the shield. Frag Assault's going to stop the Knobs from capping. 35 VPs to 18 is a 1-to-1 cap right now. Contested VP remains neutral. The Hive Tyrant has actually lost everything in order to try and cap or get a decap onto that contested side. Now blue team with a 1-to-0 cap, 35 to 16 VPs. They do actually need to get and hold this area. The IG player Bernardinho needs to actually move to the center lane, knowing that the Tyranids player actually has absolutely nothing left. Terminator so desperately trying to cap it. Beanie Luas is going to try and force away this Land Raider Redeemer. The Land Raider might be out of vision. It looks like it is. The Beanie Luas were not firing at it. We do actually have a second Land Raider Redeemer. A rocket run is going to go down here. Going to hit some Terminators and Stern Guards. But it actually does, the second Valkyrie coming in does actually miss that rocket run. Beanie Looters having to back away slightly, and this side is extremely locked down now from the IG player. 35 VPs to 15, it's a 1-to-1 cap, although it's now going to be a 2-to-1 cap. The Land Raider's pushing in against the Land Raider. Not enough AV here to deal with the Land Raider of MaximusThong, and we actually have an Orbital Bombardment going down. Another Orbital, if this Land Raider doesn't move, Throws getting placed on top of the Orbital Bombardment, or trying to almost path block this Land Raider, but the Land Raider will easily run over it. A second Orbital Bombardment going down, presumably from MaximusThong though this time, since the Orbital Bombardment from Suckobert is on cooldown. Yep, and a Flare to also go down onto that Land Raider. Some mines also going to go down as well. Beanie Looters will be able to get away here. Sternguard's taking a lot of damage. Terminators didn't even take a scratch of damage there by the looks of it. Knobs coming in as well for this Land Raider. Redeemer 11 VPs to 15. We have some Terminators going in for the cap here as well. And the IG army is still remaining static as well. He's actually still trying to defend that side. He needs to actually send some units over to the contested side, where the majority of Blue's team has actually concentrated their army. Knobs and the Warboss going in. Terminators do get a decap before Blue team run out of VPs. They did have 4 left, and it's 50 VPs. Tyrant formation going down. Land Raider Redeemer will go down. Carnifex will take a lot of damage here. It's currently an upgrade to a 4-back Carnifex. Terminators do finish their cap. User choppers on these knobs, who are gaining a lot of momentum with their huge hammers here. Carnifex taking a lot of damage, and Blue team will actually be able to pull in the victory here, and they will win with just 4 VPs. But the Carnifex and Hive Tyrant will going to go down here for a triple box once again, but the ShowMeMagik and Suckobert, their push in mid will actually secure them the 2-to-1 cap, and they will actually win the game overall. Very close game indeed.